Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Saturday night live stream. And I need to post a link real quick, so we shall get that done. Hopefully. It gives people time to get in here, too. Alright. Image, because I don't have one. Okay. Blurry. Camera's dirty. Grab a link real quick. Okay. All right. I don't know if Scott's going to end up making it tonight. Excuse me. Or not. But we're going to open Scott's box first. I don't know what's in there. I can assume, but he sent another box like 2.5 weeks ago. So here we are. Definitely getting the winter hairdo going on. I think I'm gonna get it cut off. Hey, Miss Marilyn, how are you? Sparrow, Irish, what's up? Tim, what's up? Oh, Steve did chicken stew today. I can change it up. We can do something else. I thought about digging out an IMP, but I'm going to be doing an IMP next weekend. One that I've never had before. Well, it's a new menu too. I don't know what year it came out, but what year even is the one that LC sent? LC and Germ sent the package. (2022) IMP 22 pub style pulled beef. So it won't be pulled pork. It will be pulled beef. What's up, Joe? Let's oh well, when isn't it? Tim, when isn't it good? Look, I'm giving it honest with these MREs. They have went downhill. Half of them are decent. There's a few that I would consider to be good, like exceptional. Okay, there's a few I would consider exceptional. There's a handful that I would consider to be good, and then there's a rather large handful that I wouldn't want to eat unless I was extremely hungry. I would suggest if you were going to use these in a camping situation or anything of that nature, if it comes down to like a survival situation and we're eating these, you're going to be doing some sort of intermittent fasting, which is rationing. You're going to be having a meal like you could stretch out one meal for 3 days and not ever really feel hungry. That way, you just kind of eat a little bit here and there. I guess unless you're extremely overheated or way too cold. And then maybe your body's going to burn enough calories to where 2 days and you're not going to be hungry. You could make one MRE last you 2 days. Take you a little while to get used to it. But what I was like, if I'm just going to eat these recreationally and I'm down to the menus that I'm not such a huge fan of, I'm going to try not to eat for at least 24 hours before I have to eat that thing. So, I mean, there's quite a few that are that way. Now, Mexican-style chicken stew, I've always been a fan of this. I would not consider this meal typically. It's been a little while since I had one, but I've had a bunch of them. I wouldn't put this in the exceptional range. I would put this in the good range, and there might be 5 or so menus that I would put in that good range. So, and that's just kind of an overall rating. That's not just like the main, it's everything. And they've been changing them up and making them worse. They've been making them worse the more time goes on. The newer they are, probably not going to be as good. And if we look back at, well, let's just start 1980 up. No, let's not, because 1980 to 85, like they were still figuring things out. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some good stuff in the 80 to 85s, but by 88, they had it pretty well figured out. From 88 to 95, like, good stuff. And in the 95 to, I would say about 2002, 2003, maybe even 2004, they're doing pretty good. And then it starts, about that time, we get a slow decline. And there's been a rapid decline over the past, probably started about 2020. I don't know what it is, man. The quality's not there. The stuff tastes weird. A lot of the not cool, but a lot of the side items that we're used to, they started pulling. A lot of times I'll get one and it won't have a drink in it. Well, that's not good. So, yeah, they've been on a steady decline, and I don't foresee them getting better based on the moves that they've made recently. We're never going to have daily rations, MREs, that are on the same standard as what the Canadians, IMPs, are. We're not going to have, I mean, when you go down, like, you start thinking about Germany, Germany's are great now. They've really upped their game. Well, their game's always been pretty up. The Norwegian Arctic stuff, it's good, but there's just, like, not enough variety there. I feel like they just kind of went generic, and they just don't expect their guys to be eating that stuff that often. So they didn't need to break up and have a whole bunch of different side items, because they're only going to be eating them for a few days. So, look like Scott is here. I think I seen someone say hello to Scott, or I saw Scott. What's up, Bill? It's Maryland, Storm Tracker. Scott, he is here. Let's open Scott's box. Let's do that right now. Let's not mess around. I was going to open this last live stream, but I decided against it to just focus on the box that LC and Germ sent, and then I figure I didn't know where I'd fit this in, actually. But it didn't feel right to split it, the attention, I guess. So let's see. Again, I don't know what Scott sent here. I am not worthy of this. This is not, you guys. I'm humbled that I get to be honored with the ability to get to check out the things that you guys send. I don't deserve it, but I am very appreciative of every opportunity that I do get, and I really do appreciate you guys, your kindness. I wouldn't even know how to reciprocate the amount of kindness that I've gotten. I could never, but I try. Here we go. Whoa. Hey, look at that. We got a note. And we got some MREs. Let me check out this note real quick. He said, enjoy, thanks for the eating history. And then I got your email again. I think I've gotten back to you on the email. We got the communications figured out, though. All right. Let's see what we got. Looks like we got a bunch of hot beverage bags here. These things, man, like, if you think about it, the uses that you could have for these, especially if you're a smoker like me, it doesn't even, like, you want to keep your gum dry, like, put it in here. Give it a quick flip over, because in a survival situation, you're going to be in the weather. No way around it. Put them in there, seal it up. If you got chewing gum, you got some mints you don't want to get wet, you got something like that, throw it in there. Make sure it's sealed and throw it in your pocket, and boom, you're good to go. There's a lot of uses that you could have for a hot beverage bag other than mixing beverages in here. Although, that could come in really handy too in a survival situation. That's for sure. I don't ever throw them away. I always keep them. I keep every beverage. I don't typically use them because I'm just here at the house. But I keep them just in case. They're kind of a good rainy day item to have. Because, again, you're not going to have cups and, well, you'll have spoons. There's a spoon provided, but you ain't going to have no cup to mix anything in. And there's like probably, I don't know, half a dozen, a little more. 3 and 6, 8 hot beverage bags. Then we got a bunch of accessory packets. Look at that. That looks like that's got to be, yeah, a modern. Looks like they forgot, no, there it is. I was going to say, it looks like they forgot the coffee, but it's in there. That's a Bill's Brew, I think. And then they give you your Splenda, and I think this is one of the ones with the sugar. That's a sugar right there, I think. So this is probably a 20, yeah, 22 probably. Looks just like the ones that I've been getting out of those 22s. But they all got coffee in them. Well, so those two got coffee in them. Yeah. These are good ones. That's a cup of coffee in every one of these, plus your gum and stuff, which I typically just hang on to. But you also got TP if you need it. Again, survival situation. There's another one. They all got coffee so far. That one's got coffee too. Heck yeah. That's awesome. Because how many times do I get an MRE anymore and it doesn't have coffee? Most of them do not have coffee. I think I've gotten coffee in, I've probably eaten 12 out of the 24 so far. I'm guessing, roughly. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. But I think I've only gotten 1 or maybe 2 accessory packets with coffee in it. So about 80% of them are not coming with coffee anymore. It sucks. See, that's one of the things, going downhill. And I'm going to assume that these are 2001s. They're Warnicks. They look like the other ones. Warnicks will not have a date code, but I think Scott can probably tell me that if they are. And that's a cheese tortellini. The old vegetarians like this, like the old styles, they really packed the vegetarian ones. You got good desserts, you got good sides. Like, they tried to compensate for the fact that you were, if you weren't a vegetarian and you got stuck with a vegetarian, they tried to compensate and give you better items so you wouldn't feel so shafted, I think. What about Steve? Certainly got the email thing figured out. Oh, we did get the email. Okay. These are, okay, so these are the almost 911s again. Oh, man. That's it. So now I've got 2 left of the ones you sent before. I'm saving the chicken with cavatelli. That one has to get a proper review. I can't remember what the other menu was. I think there's 2 left. What was the other? Oh, I can't believe I can't remember. I know I had the chicken teriyaki first. We got the classic spaghetti with meat sauce. I wonder if this has a granola bar in it. Ooh, that's an interesting. Huh. What in the world? Something round right there. Look at that. Something round right there. What could that be? It's like, huh. Crackers, maybe? Or something? Like a thing of peanut butter crackers or something? Weird. And pasta with Alfredo sauce. Wait a minute. Is this one of those weird menus that you have a hard time finding? It seems like they did, like, hang on a second. Seems like the Alfredo sauce one was hard to find. Like, really hard to find. You might have sent a gem right here. For real. Let's see. MRE menus. MRE info. While I'm looking that up, what else we got? Oh, we got a whole bunch of. We got 3 Tabasco bottles. Wow, those got to be fresh. Those got to be out of a new one, right? Is this out of the? Yeah. Well, maybe not. This is a. Yeah, look at the difference in the top. And that's got a 2 on it. Those got to be 22s, right? Probably. Because that's a 2001. And look how good that Tabasco looks, that 01. Not much difference. I mean, it's a little bit darker, but it's close. These 2001s, I don't know where you got them at, Scott, or who had them before you, or how long you've had them. I would like to know how long you did have these, actually. These are out of the 22s. Somebody stored these really, really well. Just based on everything that we've seen from the ones that I've had. And, well, the Tabasco bottles are a good indication because this usually gets dark. I mean, and that bottle looks really good. It looks really good. I think I've got 2 2001s up here, actually, yeah. $11.93 and that one's $1,200. Close enough though, pretty close. 7 days apart. 2022s. Well, those 2 right there were out of a early one. And we got, what are these? Oh, I've never seen that nomenclature before. MRE smoked almonds? What the heck? Who made these? Thermopack? Who made these ones? Distributed by Sapaco. Huh. Weird. Both 110 calories. One does feel like it's got more in it than the other. This one feels like it's got more in it than this one. But that's weird. I've never seen that before. It's kind of cool. I like the fact that it says MRE on it. I know it's a little goofy. Maybe it's a little nerdy thing that like only matters to me, but I think that's super cool that it actually designates that it's MRE smoked almonds, because I've never seen that before. I assume these are 22s as well. Yeah, probably. 102nd day, 174th of 20. I'm assuming 22. Cool. Cool. The Tabasco bottles say something simple. They do? One-eighth fluid ounce Tabasco brand pepper sauce, packed for MRE. Yeah, I never noticed that before. That must be something that they just started doing, right? Or has that always been that way? Huh. Look at that. There's the 2001. Packed for MRE by Trans Packers Services Corporation, Brooklyn, New York. I know I've read the back of these before. Huh. What's that? Since 2000. They've been doing that. They've been packing the Tabasco bottles for at least 20. Well, probably at least 20. Well, we know for sure 24 years. Let me look here. I got this weird one up here on the shelf I've only got the one. It's the only one like this that I've got with the weird lid on it. It's super cool though. I love this one. And that one's Trans Packers, and this is an 87, I believe. Where's the date? Oh, it's got a date code on it somewhere. Why that plastic sounds loose. I don't want this thing to accidentally open. What the heck? Where's the date code? This is a 1/8 ounce. Is that what these are? 1/8 ounce? Yep. Huh. Same size bottle. This one looks bigger. Usually the date is like, you can barely see it sometimes. Huh. I guess we don't have a date on this one. I'm pretty sure this is 87. It's a 1 year only thing, or maybe it's 2 years, but it's pretty rare to find them. Pretty rare, along with the other weird Tabasco like flavor. Those are pretty rare to find as well, but some of them got slipped into MREs. All right. So we've got 3 more 2001 MREs. I'm going to pack these back in here. We got a bunch of coffee. That's good. Elandil sent me a baggie of coffee, and I put it away at Christmas time last year, and I've looked for it a few times, but I haven't. I can only dig so deep right now because I've got so much stuff shifted around. I never did finish looking this up. Pasta with Alfredo sauce. Real quick, let me go down here to the 2001s. It seemed like there was like an alternative menu that I don't know if it was 2001 or not. Let's see, that's menu 14. Yep, pasta with Alfredo sauce. Huh. Let me check a different year. Let's see. Let's go down to 95 and 96. 95. Let's see. Grilled chicken, chicken stew, smoky frank spaghetti, beef stew, ham slice, pork chow mein. Huh. Nope. Wasn't this year. Because it would have been listed. I can't remember what meat. I could have swore it was an Alfredo or it was something like that. But nobody's ever had one. Is the discussion that we've had within the ration community. Maybe it was earlier. No, had to be after 95. Let's see, 97. Let's see what 97 is. Ham slice. That's a beef steak. That's what I was trying to think of. When we had the mushroom one last week, I had a beef steak, and it was just this patty. Obviously, it was a beef steak, but it was weird. It was one of the first reviews that I put on YouTube. It's a long time. It's a long time ago. It was a brown tan bag. It was a tan bag MRE. Yeah, it would have been like a 90. I bet you it was a 99. Because I had two back in the day. I had 2 cases of 99s that were in really good shape. Pork chow mein, chicken with rice, beef stew. Yeah. Cheese tortellini, tuna with noodles. There, chicken parmesan. Maybe that was it. That sounds right. Chicken parmesan. It wasn't Alfredo. It was chicken parmesan. Chicken parm. No, that can't be right either. I cannot remember, guys. I sound like an idiot. Well, we shall have another 2001 on a live stream soon. Not next week. Probably the week after. Probably, maybe. I'm not going to look these up. I want to be surprised by what's in it. So, I usually avoid the spaghetti. Maybe we'll do the spaghetti just for posterity's sake. We might do that. We might do the spaghetti. I'm kind of craving spaghetti right now, actually. I usually don't like eating spaghetti. I like homemade spaghetti, but I don't like eating MRE spaghetti. I will. Sometimes it's good, though. Sometimes it is. But most of the time, it sucks pretty bad. Hey, Enoch. Kalist, right? Am I saying that right? Kalist? Nope. I'm not saying that right. Or am I? Maybe I am. I am. Okay. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's probably been, what, a couple years? Rock or something. You love the MRE spaghetti? For real? Hey, Trucker just sent me a video. Is Trucker in here? What's up, Chusik? Pre-2020, I scored 100 packs of MRE coffee. Wow. 100 packs for $10. What is that? 10 cents a pack? Yeah. That's a good deal. Yeah, that's a good deal. 10 cents a pack. Even like buying these right here. Like the Folgers or the... I guess I got some Taster's Choice. Amber got those for me. Just for when I don't have coffee. so that she picked these up for me so we could have coffee with a ration, because a lot of times I'm getting screwed and not getting any drinks at all. So pick these up for that. But I think these are like $2 a box now. These used to be $1 a box and it used to be 7 packs. This is 7 packs, it looks like. So Folgers is 7 packs, and Nescafe Taster's Choice is 6. That is not better coffee than that. And I like I've always liked Folgers, but that's me. I've always been a Folgers fan. Do any of you guys do the instant coffee packs like this? If you do, what do you go for? Because I mean, I've got some cool instant coffee. Like I've got the some of the Black Rifle over here. I think Blindside sent me these a long time ago. There we go. These are the ones that's got the little... Wait. I thought these had the little thing that you propped open and put up on top of the cup. Maybe not. Huh. Add hot water, infuse for 3 minutes. Brew to taste. These are supposed to be like super potent. I've had a couple of these. Been a long time. I always forget that I've got them sitting here. I need to quit forgetting about having them sitting here and drink one sometime. Bustelo is it? Hang on. This right here. This stuff right here. This is Cafe con leche, whatever. My Spanish is not good. Cafe con leche. Is it leche? Lychee? I've heard people say it that way. So I've never had one of these before. Me and Amber were somewhere the other day, and I saw, look, okay, so the only reason that I have this right here is the guy that used to hang out with me years ago, back when I first started my YouTube channel. He knew somebody that went out of the country. I can't remember where they went. Maybe Spain. I don't know. I can't remember. It was somewhere far away. And when they came back, they brought some of these, some coffees. And he brought me this one and told me that I could try it. And I never did. Is that saying that it's the best by date is 2020, March 12th to 2022? Wow. I'll bet you this is 2019. No, he wouldn't have been around in 2019. He was only around until like 2017. I think that's where this came from. Maybe not. Maybe that's not where this came from, because this does not look to be... Yeah, it could have came from out of the country. It could have. Huh. But yeah, that is a best if used by 2022, March 12th, 2022. And I'll bet it is a 2019 production date. Or maybe it was a 2015. I don't know. Anyway, I told Amber when we saw these, that we saw a box of these, and I was like, oh man, I got one of those at the house that my buddy Starkey gave me. Well, I didn't say it that way to her. She knows who he is. But I can't remember where we were at. I meant to buy some and then got sidetracked and didn't get them. Maybe it was at like Ross's? It was. We were at Ross's. That's where I saw them at. Ross's Dress for Less. We got some little baby clothes for my little sister's new baby. Huh. I'm kind of like saving up some weird chocolate bars too. I've got a churro one here. Got some chocolate lava, big cups, Reese cups. Got a sugar cookie Hershey's, came from Ollie's. And I have a pink lemonade Kit Kat. I've just been buying random, like, the weird stuff when I see it, and saving it up. Saving it up. Got an Almond Joy over here, too, from either Canada or Australia. I don't know how I would tell. It's not Australian. I'd be able to tell if it was Australian. It might be Canadian. Never had which one? Sparrow. Let's see what you said. Pink lemonade. Yeah, I thought that was a weird one. I thought I bought 2 of these, but maybe I didn't, because I don't know where the other one's at. I don't even know. I don't know where this coffee came from either. That's an old coffee. Early coffee. Like first generation MRE coffee, probably. Like 81 to 85. No idea where that came from. Anyway. I wish I would have bought some of these the other day. I'm really kicking myself for not picking them up now that... Anyways, I was asking what the best coffees were. And I got sidetracked by that because I was shocked that I had one of these. I can't even remember who said it. Hey, Gail's here. Did anybody vote against the Mexican-style chicken stew? Because we can do something different. Because if Steve done one of these today, I would say it's probably virtually the same. There's only a couple years difference, I assume. Chocolate pretzel Oreo. Chocolate pretzel Oreos. What you mean, like the Pocky sticks? Is that what you mean? I saw somebody eating those the other day on a video. I can't remember what I was watching. Actually, you just said pretzels, though, didn't you? Chocolate pretzel Oreos are the... I guess I don't know what you're talking about, because those Pocky things I saw them eating, the stick was like... Maybe it was a chocolate pretzel, but it was chocolate. And then it had, like, the white cream and then pieces of Oreo stuck to it, the Pockies. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Pockies. Oh, it's a cracker stick with coating. I got into eating the strawberry ones there for a minute. I like them. Let me show you let me go grab these real quick. I'll show you the reason that I even got into those at all. So I found these, and then I could never get them again. But I got these cream wafer things and the strawberry. These were awesome. So good. I'm a fan of strawberry stuff usually anyway. But these things right here, They came from the Dollar Tree, but they're. I got a couple left in here, but they went stale. Well, maybe one left in here. But these things right here are really, really good. They got a strawberry cream inside of them, and then the strawberry wafer thing on the outside. Really good. And then after that, they had these lemon ones, and these, there's none left in that. That's trash. But yeah, wait, Costco, what? Yeah, they got them in the strawberry, the Pockies. I can get them just about anywhere, or I've seen them a few places. But I was searching out something to try to match. I guess I was trying to match these, just to fulfill the desire to eat more of these. And yeah, nope, I wouldn't even know where to start looking to try to get those things. I think so. I think they are Japanese. We can do a different menu. I don't know what else I got in there, but I'm sure I got plenty of other menus. I know I have beef and black beans. I know I got that because I saw that. I don't know what else I got. Which Mexican style chicken stew, like I said, I mean, I like this menu. It's been a while since I had one, so I don't see any objections popping up, so let's do it. I'll cut it open. Always mangle it. It just rips all weird. There we go. Mexican style chicken stew from 2022. Huge thanks again to Scott. If he happens to still be here in the chat, dude, thank you so much for that box, man. Again, the 2001, super, super hard to come by something, especially that close to 9/11. I'm tempted to keep them all and just do one every year on 9/11. Because where am I going to ever get anything that close to 9/11 again anyway? All right, what's in here? We got our soupy chicken stewy, the Mexican variety. We have, ooh, cheese-filled pretzels. Yum. I was actually, okay, so I think it was the first menu that I ate of Scott's, which would have been the teriyaki chicken. I think that's what it was, teriyaki chicken. Anyway, it had, were they nacho? They weren't nacho. No, they were cheddar cheese pretzels. Yes. They had cheddar cheese pretzels, and oh man, yeah, awesome. I see you in the chat there. So that first menu of the one you sent, Scott, had combos in it, old combos, and they were cheddar cheese pretzel. You can buy those right now. What in the heck? Hey, cat, get out of there. Get out of there. Where are you even at? No, she's not listening. Anyway, back to the story real quick. There was cheddar cheese pretzels in there, and they were excellent. I mean, really, really good. So it made me want more. I saved about half of them, and I ate them, I don't know, it was probably 5-7 days later, something like that. Actually, I ate a couple throughout that time, and then I finally was just like, all right, I'm eating these. I wish I would have saved them and bought some other ones and made a direct comparison. But anyways, let me shorten the story up. I went and got some to try to match my, to take care of the craving, because I was craving them after I ate those. There is literally no comparison. They do not taste anything at all like anymore. They just don't. The ones, the brand new fresh ones that I went and bought had virtually no flavor. They coated my mouth in a greasy coating. I do not like that from whatever was in them. Chemicals, the fat, I don't know. But the fresh ones, the new ones, were freaking awful in comparison. Just awful. They didn't taste anything at all like what they should have tasted like. It's awful what they've done to our food, folks. Partially biodegradable MRE spoon. They're probably going to taste like whatever these taste like. Would be my bet. It's weird that those don't say what type of cheese, but well, would you look at that? Hey, look, powdered hot sauce. That stuff, big thumbs up from me. Really good stuff. But what'd I say? No coffee. No coffee. And we got a cheese spread with jalapenos. What's this? Oh, First Strike bar. Chocolate. Nice. Heck yeah. What's up, Jay Watterson? Watterson, right? Yep. What do we got here? Banana pumpkin puree. I don't know if I've had this before. It seems like this was in one of the other 22s that I've done. I don't know. What else we got? Ooh. Chocolate hazelnut protein drink. Chocolate hazelnut, huh? Interesting. There's a lot of powder in there. I'm not a huge fan of the whole protein drink thing, but it is what it is. Flameless ration heater, of course. And we got us a pack of crackers that are nice and curved. They're actually, they got to be broken. We got a nice little belly to them. 170 calories. And that's it. That's everything out of the bag. All except for the cards for the Mexican style chicken stew. Only 180 calories? That's really low. Mains are usually running 280 to 300, or maybe even up to 360. 4.5 grams of fat. 980 milligrams of sodium, 43%. Wow. 17 grams of protein. That's pretty good. Huh. Cat, did you fart or what? You smell like a fart. Wonderful. And we have the nutritionals for the banana and pumpkin fruit puree squeeze. Ingredients: banana puree, pumpkin puree, and then it contains 2% or less of water, acrola. I don't know how to say that word. Acerola. I'm sounding like an idiot. Yep. Concentrated lemon juice. Oh, wait a second. No. Lemon juice concentrate. Sugar, sodium bicarbonate, and citric acid. And I don't know how to say that other thing up there. I don't even know what that is. Acerola? Acerola. Yeah, because Acer is ACER. Acerola. but that'd be using the R twice. I don't know. Hey, what's up, King Cree? I ain't seen you in a minute either. What is happening, man? It's probably been years, actually. Years. Years and years. Alright, let me go throw just this. Is this all I need to heat up? Alright. Heat this up. Yep, nothing else. Alright, I'll be right back. This feels really watery. Feels like there's nothing in it. Alright, let's get the rest of this up on the tray. I got some poison ivy on my arm, and it has been there. It just, where it's right in the crease of my arm. It should have went away by now, though. Cat, get out from underneath there. Come on, get out of there. Get out of there. Okay. Good deal. Stupid cat. All right. Timer. Where did I put my other phone? All right. 2 minutes from now, because it's already been a couple minutes. Banana puree. Crackers. First strike bar. Nope. I got this wrong. Strike bar. Easy. Pretzels. Accessory packet is useless. And chocolate hazelnut protein drink powder. Honestly, I need a bigger cup than what I typically use. These are 12-ounce cups, and they really aren't big enough, because I got to add extra water to these every time. But okay, let's get started on this thing. And we're missing a tear. Nope, there's one there. And there we go, tear notch. 270. There's more calories in this than there is in the main. And there is 12 grams of protein in here. How much sugar? Where's the sugar? 51 grams of carbohydrates. Wow. 24 grams of sugars. Wow. 2 grams of dietary fiber. I'm just going to add as much water into this as I can. And then go get the chicken stew out. It feels really runny. The chicken stew does. It feels almost, before I even heated it up, it felt like very watery. Uh-oh. I might have overfilled that. 90 did. It's not going to shake up very well. Let it sit there for a minute. Probably going to add some more water if I can. This feels incredibly wet. Not good. Next week we will also go through some of this book, this Iron Ration book. 1918, I believe. 17 or 18. WW1. To be specific. All right. Another shake. Uh-oh. Started coming out of there. Let's see what it looks like. All right, here we go. Oh. Oh, that's chunky. Real chunky. Add some water. All right. I think I'm going to fix one of the cups of coffee too. Oops. All right. It's a big old chunk. Ugh, that's nasty looking. And look, I have added a ton of extra water too. If you drink this the way it's designed and the way the instructions are on it, it will be almost pudding-like thick, like a really thin pudding. Let's get the thing is, I'll set that over there, and you'd think that sitting in, just letting it set, that would dissolve. It will not. It will not. All right, crackers. Uh-oh. That was a no hiss. Huh. They smell a little weird. They don't smell real bad, but... See what I was saying, how they were bent? They are bent. It's broken right there. They always come broken now. They're never put together. Like, or they never stay together, I should say. Piece. Another piece. I do think that I want coffee. Although, nothing here really screams like it needs coffee or anything. Cheese spread. Ooh, goodness. Definitely stiffened up on one end and kind of liquidy on the other. Squeeze it all down. I usually don't do that. I don't know why I don't, but I usually don't. Alright. Smaller the hole, the more control. As Gundog says. What that is on my knife. I'll go ahead and cut these open. Oh yeah. I guess they're probably cheddar cheese. What's the ingredients say? Big a whole long list of ingredients. My goodness. Let's take a look. First ingredient, wheat flour, and then vegetable oil, palm kernel oil, blah, blah, blah. That's all in parentheses. Whey, maltodextrin, modified cornstarch, salt, less than 1.5% of cheese blend, baker's cheddar, Parmesan, Romano. So it's baker's cheddar, Parmesan, and Romano. And then there's parentheses, milk culture, salt, enzymes. Okay, and then leavening, dextrose, Blue One Lake. Why? Why? Lactic acid, citric acid, lactose sodium caseinate. So I guess they're cheddar, what? Parmesan, baker's cheddar, Parmesan, and Romano. I'm assuming it's just cheddar, but anyway. You literally just get like a small handful. Not very many. Not very many combos there. How many combos are there? Ooh, look at that one. Look at the cheese log on the side of that thing. Yeah. That is money. Let's see, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. 15 combos. Not enough. Not enough combos. Chocolate for a strike bar. I bet you this got more calories than the main as well. 270. 270 calories in this thing. And what's protein? 3 grams of protein. Really low on the protein. I thought it had more protein in them than that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Ooh. That side looks like money. They're a bit dense. And now for the, what is it, banana pumpkin pudding stuff? Nope. Banana pumpkin puree. What am I supposed to do with this stuff? Just eat it on its own? I guess. Whatever floats your boat, huh? Oh, man. That looks like... Alright, I'm not even squeezing all that out of there. There's no point in it. I will say that smoothie that I had last week or week before was freaking excellent. Banana pumpkin puree. I didn't know that banana and pumpkin were supposed to go together. Okay. It looked orange. Now it's kind of looking more peachy. Huh. Okay, it definitely smells like banana. And it smells like pumpkin. It smells exactly like what it says. Alright, Mexican chow. Mexican chow. Mexican style. Mexican chow. Chicken roux. Mexican chow chicken roux. All right. Look at this. It's like, seriously, it's like watery. I knew it. Very little chunkage in there as well. This needs rice as a side, and it needs tortillas. You give me some tortillas and some rice, and this would be it would make for an amazing, like, almost like a chicken chili cheese wrap. It's definitely oily. It smells a lot like corn. I smell a lot of corn. And tomato, obviously. But really picking up on corn. I don't really smell any chicken. It does smell good, though. It smells like vegetables. I guess maybe I should go get rid of this, huh? Okay. It is time to dig in. We got corn, obviously. We're seeing all them chunks of corn there. What is that? What is that? Piece of chicken, maybe? Huh. Tomatoes. Green peppers. Obviously the tomato base. Look at that. That is weird. Look at that, like, fat layer on the outside of that piece of chicken. I mean, that just looks weird. This looks like the layer of fat on, like, bacon. See that? I'm not a fan of the way that looks. Green peppers, corn, tomato, probably some onion. Boy, the chicken looks weird in here, man. None of it looks normal. Why can't they just put normal chicken in it? Why's it got to be like that Chinese-looking chicken that you can't tell if it's chicken or not because it doesn't look like chicken? Like, look at that. What is that? Oh, man. I don't like fat on anything. Add a pack of chicken chunks to it. Yeah, that would actually probably really improve it, to be honest. I mean, it looks like there's a bunch of meat in it. It's all weird looking. Am I wrong? Is it? It's not just me. Like, that chicken looks weird. And there's all kinds of pieces of chicken in here. It's got a, like, perfect thin layer of fat on the outside that's holding it all together. Hopefully it doesn't taste awful. Anyway, we got to down the hatch some of this and just kind of, don't even. They might be outlawing that lab meat crap that shouldn't even exist on planet Earth, but I've seen that they're outlawing it, and they're outlawing it, and then first they're outlawing the sale of it, but they're also trying to just outlaw it, period. And I hope that that's what happens. Anyway, Mexican style chicken stew. Here we go. I guess down the hatch. Oh, man. Huh. Immediately, super gelatinous piece of fat. I do not like that aspect. Other than that, the chicken actually has a good flavor to it. Nice texture. Other than the fat. Had to get rid of that, but I think it's all over all of it. I think it's on that piece. I think it's on all of it. That, or it's just really weird looking chicken. It's like extra white chicken. Extra white. I didn't know they could make extra white chicken, but it sure is what this looks like. I do wish I had rice and tortillas, though. That would, oh man, look at that fat holding all that together. Anyway. It's going to be every piece. I don't know how they managed to do that. I guess maybe it could be they left the skin on it. You know, it's like basically a thin, fatty layer on the outside. When it's boiled like this, I don't know. I don't like that part of this at all. It turns me off because of the texture. The flavor is nice, though. pick up on the corn. I pick up on the peppers. I pick up on the tomato. Overall, you know, it's got to be mainly vegetables that are making up this stew. Mm. You guys know me. I'm a texture eater. And that's driving me crazy. That it's like slick on your tongue. Let me try these crackers because they were not sealed. So let's see. They did smell a little funny. Minnie. Really? Minnie. Chill. Go ahead. Get up there. The crackers are a little off. The main flavor's there. Minnie. All right, here. Minnie's got to say hello. Apparently. Come here. My goodness. Say hi. Hey, Minnie. My old woman. My old lady. Yes, there's an old lady. Yes, there's a good old lady, huh? Yeah. Did you fart? What, did you cats get into something to make you fart or something? Yes. Say hello. You see yourself right here? Oh, ow! You're making biscuits on my finger. Ow! Gracious me. Do you see yourself right here? Look, Minnie. You see yourself? Okay. Okay. Yes. 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 Yeah, my big baby. My big old baby. Yeah, my big old baby. Huh. Yeah. 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 You want me to scratch your ear? I got stuff in there for ear mites if you got ear mites. Done? Alright, let me get back to my food. Yeah. Take you in here so you don't meow me up. Alright. Sorry guys, she's right back. She's right back. Minnie. Alright. Try this with some powdered hot sauce. I'm gonna have to let her out. She's gonna meow. She's a super loud meower. Put just a little bit. I just want to try a bite first of the hot sauce. Mm-mm. I would say that improves the flavor. The powdered hot sauce is it's definitely good. There we go. And with some crackers. I think it'll be pretty good with some crackers. Alright. With some crackers and a big tomato. So adding the hot sauce to it does have some heat to it, but it also gives it this added bit of flavor that really brings out the other flavors that are in this. It's just, I don't know. That texture is still getting me. Alright, a little bit of cheese spread with jalapenos, because we all know what this is going to be like. It's exactly as described. Cheese whiz with a little jalapeno in it. Got a little bit of heat to it. It's just that the cheese flavor is so overpowering that I'm sure I'll put some on a cracker and take a bite. But even that little bit right there, it's not a whole lot, will overpower this to the point to where that's pretty much all I'll taste. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. So that was a pretty well-balanced bite, but overall, it's better without it. It'd be nice to change it up if you had like menu fatigue. I could see that being coming in real handy. The hot sauce kind of brings out the salt. You can really taste the salt for some reason. cheese spread kind of does. I don't know. It depends. I like the flavor of MRE crackers. I think it is more of an acquired taste. I've eaten them for so many years now that I have learned to like them. The cheese spread, you've really got to be in the mood to eat it. Every once in a while, you'll get like a hankering for some cheese whiz or something like that. Like, that's the kind of mood you got to be in my opinion, to really want to eat a whole pack of cheese. Like, cheese spread it's so rich. There's so much of it. I wish they'd go back to putting 1.5 ounces in the peanut butter. Keep this at 1 ounce and give us 1.5 ounces of jam and jellies. But the cheese spread with jalapenos is great. I mean, really, as far as the cheese spread goes, I don't know that you can get anything like that outside of an MRE. I ain't never seen it, but I don't shop for cheese whiz, so maybe you can. You guys can tell me in the comments, maybe, or the chat. And a little piece of cracker or pretzel. Rock or something says that cheese is great. It's okay. It's all right. It's still cheese whiz at the end of the day. It has its times where it's like, again, if you have some sort of a craving for it, I mean, it can be really good because it's so rich, it's so creamy, it's so cheesy. If you are wanting that, then it will hit the spot, you know? I guess cheddar. What, it had Romano in it. It had Parmesan, I think it said, and cheddar. They're not as bad as the ones that I got at the store. The ones that I got at the store were horrible. But these don't come anywhere near the comparison to the 2001s. The 2001s that were in the teriyaki, I believe it was, that Scott sent were, I mean, they were just on another level. I think that was even before Doritos changed their cheese. I'll bet you there was something similar going on with the combos cheese, because it really flavorful and really good. I wish I could share that through the screen, like how big the difference was. This is dull. The cheese in it is dull, especially compared to that. What I will say, though, is they're not leaving that greasy film in my mouth like the store-bought ones that I got left in my mouth. So that's good. I could finish that. It's pretty good. I'm going to take a bite of this and eat a combo. Yeah. Like that. Uh-huh. Tastes like a, almost like a salt bomb. It's a lot. It just tastes like a lot of salt. Okay. I need a spoon. All my spoons here are, never mind. We'll use an Australian one. All right. I need to cleanse my palate, and I guess I'm going to do it with this. Stuff. All right. Here we go. Cheers. Huh. Well, that's got a better flavor than the chocolate one, the just chocolate. It's a bit thick, quite viscous. It's got a slight metallic flavor to it. I don't know what that is. It's kind of weird. I don't know if they like added iron to it or what. Maltodextrin, sugar, whey protein, isolate, cocoa powder, coconut oil, corn syrup, solids, sodium caseinate, dipotassium phosphate, okay, all right, I know why it tastes like. Oh, excuse me, wow, I couldn't even control that. Yeah. There's things in here that would give it that metallic-ish flavor. Okay. First strike bar. Looking all nice and pretty. Kind of looks like one of those brownies whenever you rip it like that. Like a cosmic brownie. I mean, it's way stiffer than that, obviously. But it does kind of have that illusion of, well, looking like that. It's way better than them older generation ones. It feels like it needs a little more sweetness. It's not bitter or anything like that, but it's just kind of very neutral. I mean, it's chocolate, but not very good chocolate, if that makes sense. The puffed rice in it gives it a nice crunch. And texture to chew on. The chocolate is almost like a chocolate taffy, almost, with puffed rice in it. That's kind of what it is. Or at least I should say that's the experience that you get when eating it. It's pretty bland. Everything's kind of bland compared to that. Wait a second. I skipped that. Dang it. Kind of almost forgot. Oh, man. I'm not a big fan of purees like this. You guys know me. I can't eat pudding and stuff like that. I gotta have something else to, like, break up this gelatinous texture. Anyway, let me give it a try. Ooh. That is really odd. It does taste a lot like banana, but also it doesn't scream pumpkin or anything. Like, it's got that kind of like chalky mouthfeel that a banana can have. I gotta have something crunchy with this. This is, yeah, something like that right there. No. I mean, it's edible, but not my cup of tea. I don't like that. I don't know what like a person like me who doesn't like the texture. What am I supposed to do with it? If I had like some cookies or something, I could maybe do something with it. Crunch them up, stick them in there, mix it up. But the way it is, it's a little bit sour, a little bit sweet, a little bit chalky, a little bit weird banana. I don't pick up much on the pumpkin. It's there, but it's not like, if you tasted this blindfolded, you wouldn't be like, oh, pumpkin. Yep, that's pumpkin for sure's in there. No, it's kind of hidden in the, I guess the banana really kind of cancels it out. First strike bar is pretty good. Not very sweet or anything, but it's kind of, I don't know. I like eating them. Fun to eat. Mm-hmm. I watered it down slightly too much. I shouldn't have put that last little bit in there. All right. What's in a box? Tracy Phillips, what's up? 6-pack here in a can. Raccoon food? Yeah, that's what yeah. Raccoons will end up with that, probably. I assume I did appease the try some on a cracker from Sparrow. The juice box version is okay, too. Hard to find a can, anything. Anything in a glass is better? Yeah, usually. I will agree with that. Oh, wait, there is CT. Wait, let me check that video you sent me earlier, because, there it is. Oh! 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 Dang. That sucks. Dang, you caught somebody getting a deer, huh? Mexican style chicken stew. The last version that I had of Mexican style chicken stew was probably like a 2018 or 19. I remember it being better overall, like the meal overall. I remember this entire meal being better. Look, I like the combos. I like the crackers. Not a huge fan of the cheese spread, but most people are, so benefit there for most people. First Strike bar's alright. I'd prefer to have a cran raspberry bar all day, every day, a million days a year. A million times out of a million, I should say. I would take the cran raspberry bar over anything else. Definitely my favorite. The chicken stew, a little weird. Every bite was like super gelatinous and soft from that fat. The fat kind of went away pretty quick on every bite, but I just didn't. I don't know. I don't like that aspect of it. I don't remember it being that way. I think it was just a weird batch from Warnick. Warnick? Of course it's Warnick. Warnick seemed to have gone downhill here recently. I need a smoke. What do I need? What do I want? You know what? Canadian in the chat. I was going to have a Canadian smoke last week, or last on the live stream, and I didn't do it. Got the distincts here. Got the players. And we've got the export A's here. I think we're going to go with, I think there's more players than, yeah. Feels like I've stayed away from the players on multiple occasions, judging by the way the pack feels. I could be wrong. Let's see what we got here. Oh. Down to the last one in that one. Okay. Alright, so one side's only got the lucky smoke left in it. Okay. I see you. I don't think that I've touched the other side yet. Cool. Getting ready to right now. Little teeny tiny. Huh. I didn't pack these. These are probably... How old are these now, CT? What are these? Probably 3, 4, 5 years old now? I'll look and see if I can figure out a date on them. Let me see. Not seeing a date, just at a glance. Oh no. I said I was going to pack this, and it needs it. Oh yeah. There we go. That looks better. Huh. That's got a weird... like... what is that? It tastes very fresh. Very fresh. I don't know why it tastes... maybe where I just packed it and like stirred up the tobacco. I don't know when the last time I ate was, but I almost feel like I got a buzz from eating that food. It's kind of weird. Alright, here we go. First strike. Canadian players. Canadian players. 20 smokes in here. And could have been 2023. Could have been that. I mean, it seems longer ago than that. I don't know if you can see them numbers. It might be backwards for you, and I don't know how to flip them. How to flip the screen. What is this? Nope. That ain't it. What's this? What's that? What the heck? What the heck just happened? Huh. Could have been NOLA. Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, you sent me a pack of Export A's, and I still have them. I don't. It might have been. It might have been. He sent the pack of players. Now you know. I think Smitty sent me. I think Smitty sent me both of these packs. I think Smitty sent me these 2 packs. I got a note here. That's Steve. Demauer distinct. Wait. They're just distinct? I don't know. Demure? Demure? M-A-U-R-I-E-R. Demure? Wait, well, the D-U. D-U-M-A-U-R-I-E-R. Demure? Demure? Isn't that what that, like, chunky lady was saying? Like, it's not demure or whatever? I thought that was a made-up word. I can't remember what that saying was. It went, like, viral at the beginning of summer. Wasn't that this year? Well, yeah, that would have been this year. But yeah, here's the pack you sent. They're 20. You sent 25s. Demore? 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 Later Crasher. Wait, who's Crash? Bob Mike. Oh, Kreischer's leaving. Okay. So these do taste really fresh, but they're also kind of on the lighter side of things. What's up, the MRE experience? What's happening? Very clean. I will say that. Like, it doesn't have a bad aftertaste. It's a little on the light side, but it just tastes like a really decent quality tobacco. I don't know if these are cheap smokes up there, if they're like, you know, more name brand or higher end. I have no idea. This is a distinct. There's no way. It's not very distinct. It's just white. There's literally no markings on it whatsoever. Nothing. It's just a white little tiny. And they're tiny. They are little. It's got like half a filter. I don't know if it's where it's like a lighter or a more like medium or something, but it does have a really smooth bottom end, if that makes sense. Usually once you get past half the smoke, it starts getting more harsh, and you get more of like a bad aftertaste. This doesn't have that. So that's what makes me lean more towards it. It is a quality tobacco. Whether it's cheap or not, I don't know. But the tobacco in it is a pretty high quality. It doesn't get stronger as it goes down. Again, that's weird that it's not. It's not a weird filter with a hole in it or anything like that, which is kind of what it seems like. Pretty good. Pretty good. Impressed. Been a long time since I had one of those. I'll bet you it's been a year probably since I smoked one of those. Probably. And the Export A's, I wonder how many of these I got left. Feels like I got about half, yeah, look. Whoops. Yeah. Got the lucky one over here still. Yeah, no, this has been open. There's some missing. It's weird the way these are. Like, one of these sleeves had to have 13 in it, and the other one had to have 12 in it. Is it going to open or not? Maybe I've had some out of here, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Oh yeah, there's one missing. There's one missing out of that other side, so there's either 11 or 12 in that other side, one in that other side. So we've got probably half a pack of these left. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 11 over there. And one right there. So there's 12 left. About pretty much half a pack. All right. So, what all has happened? Have you guys seen, what are they calling him? Panama Kim? Or Kim Panama? Ken. K-I-N. Panama Ken or Ken Panama. Have you guys seen that guy yet? And his, he's got people convinced that he found a meteorite that had crashed into his garden. If you haven't seen this, look it up. I encourage you to look it up. You know, it's one of those internet things. I don't think there's anything like real to it. And then again, maybe. I saw it right after it happened. Well, pretty close. And went on there, and the video probably didn't have, I don't even think it had 700 views. And I commented on there. It's probably, I don't know if my comment's still up, but he's, I guess, known to be deleting comments. But he was handling this meteorite barehanded, which I would never recommend anyone do, of something that just fell from space, if it actually did. But it was this little metallic looking rock, presumed to be a meteorite. He takes it in the house, and weird things begin to happen. The rock would like burn leaves up. It would do weird stuff with water, make water evaporate, and then it started growing this black goo off of the side of it, and it progressively got bigger and bigger over about a pretty quick, about a week. It had what could I say, about the size of a baseball mitt after about a week. And it looks like the black goo from Venom. So I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but it's something. And like I said, he's got a lot of people convinced that he has some sort of alien life form down in Panama, and he's been being chased by people and all this other stuff. And again, I feel like if that was real, the authorities would, I would think, have stepped in, because he was like touching it with his bare hands and stuff. And I commented, I'm like, dude, you realize like you could just, by doing that, you could be the one that starts the beginning of the end of the world. Like, you don't know, weirdo. I mean, I joke about it, but I mean, you never know. That, combined with the whole supposed three-eye atlas that's hurtling towards Earth right now, kind of makes you wonder. Export A is a top tier players, and I'm just going to call it demure. I know that's not what you told me to pronounce it. Let me go back up here. What'd you say? Pretty close, Smokey. What? Demore. That's how it looks like you wrote that out. Demore. I don't think I could ever speak French properly. I am too redneck. I am too redneck to speak such an elegant language. I mean, I maybe I could speak French, but it would sound redneck. So the export A's are like the would you compare them to American Spirits down here, or would you compare it to like Marlboro or a Camel? Those are the most recognized, what used to be considered top brands. To be honest, I think Marlboro hasn't been a top brand for almost 2 decades now. I think that happened back in like 03 or 05. I can't remember what year it happened. The fire safety. I looked something up and it said 2007, but that couldn't be right. It's been a while since I looked that up, but it was definitely before that me and Amber and Westmoreland, the guy, I was doing the blind taste test. We had like 7 different smokes, and I got them all right. Which I've always kind of dabbled around with different varieties and smoked different brands, just kind of, I guess, being a connoisseur of tobacco. Ever since I was a kid. Export A's are somewhat the equivalent to a Marlboro then. Okay. All right. Pall Malls are almost the same price as Marlboros now. They have taxed the crap out of us smokers down here. West Virginia keeps upping its taxes, robbing us. Like the whole taxation with very little representation or no representation. It's getting really old, and I think everybody's kind of getting fed up with it. Oh, trucker, since you're on here, I heard something yesterday or day before that a whole bunch of people up in Canada were not paying their mortgages and some other bills in protest. I think that's a good idea, honestly. If enough people do it, it will force change. Like, they will not go without getting money for very long. So, if that's true, I think it'd be pretty cool to see what change comes out of it, what happens. I've been saying that, like, everybody down here needs to get on the same page and not pay taxes for a year. They need to lower the taxes. They need to cut government spending by about, well, I think 90%. We need to... We need to fire probably 80 to 90% of our government. It's, yeah. It'd make for a much better America. Don't touch the military. We got to keep the military up, running at full capacity. But everything else, from local to city to state to federal, all of it could be cut down by 80 to 90%. Beard is bothering me. There we go. Oh, you ain't heard about it? I just heard about it yesterday or day before, I think. And I want to say it was like a Newsmax something. You know, I was going through and watching stuff like that. Maybe it was something else where I saw it, but it seemed like it was like a news channel thing where I seen that. It may have been a certain area like Quebec or I don't know. I don't know my Canadian. Are they states? Right, they're states, aren't they? The different lined off areas, same as like down here, states. And then we got the counties inside of the states, and then inside each county there's other little towns. Smitty knows all that stuff. He keeps up on it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just what I heard. Provinces. Oh. I assume a province is basically the same thing as a state down here then. I've heard that a million times. I don't know why I thought I'd heard Canadian states or state and states. So I just assumed. I guess I'd never asked the question or looked into it before. Yeah, same thing. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Man, I do have. I was thinking about this yesterday. I've got stuff that Dan sent that I need to do a live stream with. He sent me a 15-year-old can of Spam that I need to experiment with, cook, and eat. It's not super old, but it's old enough. I mean, it's old enough to be extremely scary to most people. Although I think it's fine. I ate a can of Spam one time. I mean, I didn't eat the whole can, but I ate a pretty good chunk of it from that house in Pennsylvania. I mentioned this before. There was a old kitchen. They all had kitchens, but there was a kitchen on the backside by the woods, and it had not all, but most of the windows knocked out on one side. This was that abandoned town in Pennsylvania that we went to for the show. And next to the refrigerator, everything was still there. Next to the refrigerator, in the cabinet, like if you opened the cabinet up and just looked, it didn't look like anything was in there. But I got down on my hands and knees. I remember doing this and like crawling back in the cabinet, and it was back behind where the cabinet ended, like in the wall. There was 3 cans of Spam and 2 of those great big huge bottles of Heinz ketchup that have like the thing on top that keeps the 2 containers together. Buying in bulk. Well, anyway, there was 3 cans of Spam. The one in the front was rusted open. Like it was just demolished and nasty. The second one had a bunch of rust on it and looked bloated, and it was compromised. It was bad. But the third one was still sucked, vacuumed, like sealed. You know how cans of Spam like kind of are sucked in. And it wasn't rusty. It was just there behind the other 2 demolished cans. And I pulled that out of there, and the ketchup. And the field producer, Christopher, I was like, you're not going to believe what I just found underneath there. I was like, we got this Spam. We got to try this. And it took me a while to actually, because he's like, no, you're not eating that. And I was like, it looks fine, man. Like, look at it. Like, the can looks perfect. I mean, it had like a couple little tiny spots of rust on it where I kind of contagiously got it from the can next to it. But it was it was on the edge, on the thick piece of metal. And it took me probably about an hour to talk him into it. Finally, he just gave up. He's like, if you guys want to eat that, that's fine. You can eat it. I was like, yeah. I was like, I think we should try it. And me and Josh cracked that thing open, and it was perfect. And I think it was from, I want to say 2006. It wasn't really old enough for the show, but in my opinion, it really kind of was, especially because of where we found it and like the whole story with it and everything. But they didn't keep that. They didn't keep that for the show. Well, I mean, I'm sure that footage exists, but they didn't use it in anything. And that was like really a cool experience to find such variance in condition right next to each other. The front one was getting all the weather, where the windows and stuff were knocked out, like I was saying, and it was kind of, I don't know, you had to have been there, I guess. But it was getting weather. And the second can was still getting like a little bit of that bypassed weather. But the third can must not have been getting any of that. So, and it had been through probably 20, let's see. If it was 06, that was, no, it would have been 06, 13-ish years of sitting under that counter, getting weathered. I've been thinking about buying a motorcycle. How many people ride in the chat? Anybody? Maybe don't eat that. The can that Dan sent is, I'm not digging it out right now, but I think it was 2010. So that put it at 15 years old. About the same. I was a little older than the one we ate Pennsylvania. But when we cracked that third one open, it was perfect. Like, it really was. And I scooped a chunk of it out of there and ate it, and it tasted brand new. I think Spam, if stored properly, it'd be hard to make Spam go bad, even in some rough temperatures and stuff for a few days. You hate bikes because you're in a truck. I get it. I mean, they are super dangerous too. I don't know. I've just been wanting one. I've always wanted one. I used to ride dirt bikes and stuff. I had one when I got hurt. Somebody stole it out of my garage the day before I was having a surgery. I was on a walker. It's been like probably 2017. My left foot doesn't move up and down. So shifting gears is going to be a problem. So I thought about getting one of them. There's a hand control that you can buy that hooks onto the shifter, and then you just shift up and down with your hand. Riding Florida not as much as I used to because people will try to run me over. Gee whiz. Before you even get off your street, dang, dude. That sucks. That's Florida for you, though. People in West Virginia are pretty cool about it. I mean, I just, there's a couple good roads up here. The mountains would be some good riding. And, but at the same time, like, I really don't want to deal with any, knock on wood, any of the typical repercussions of riding a bike. I don't know. I thought about, instead of getting a bike, getting like one of those Can-Am things, like well, they got the Rikers, which Seth Bop has one of those. I've looked. They got two wheels on the front, one in the back, and then they've got the Spiders, and then they've got the. Is that what those things are? Like, look like a car? Is that a Spider? What are those things called? I don't know, but Amber's cousin's got one of those, and I guess we could team up with them and yeah, see, that's like not really riding anything though. That's just like driving a car. Slingshot. That's it. That's what they are. Yes. What did I say? They were, can't even remember now. There's the Rikers and then the Spiders. I said Spiders. That's what it was. So, wait, 100%. I also thought about getting one of those three-wheeled bikes. You know, you get like a Harley or whatever, and then they put the big two wheels on the back. Just because, like I said, I mean, my leg doesn't really. It's not 100%, not even close. I guess technically I don't have any of the function with it that I would need to shift. So the what do we call those? Slingshots. Yeah, slingshots. The slingshots I think they're 6-speed standards, and they got like a Cobalt engine in them or something. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Which they put Cobalt engines in them things all the way up to 2015 that I've read. Now I don't know if they put them in after that, what's in them. Also saw this insane not golf cart, but little dune buggy. It's not tiny, but little dune buggy thing. and it's got a side-mounted engine. It's a 660 Kawasaki Ninja engine, and this dude, and it's like a little video of the guy riding it. It's local. It's on Facebook, and that thing looks wicked. It looks like it'd be fun to drive for a little bit, and then you'd probably get bored with it. But it looks like it probably rips. I gotta quit smoking. Yep. Work with a guy. Put a hand shifter on his Harley. Well, see, you can buy them off of eBay, and they just bolt on to the original shifter. They bolt on to like where the knob comes out for your foot. You know, like the shifter's shaped like that. It just bolts around that knob that comes out for you to up and down on, and then you just pull up and push down. I guess you push down. I mean, I could push down with my foot, but it's the articulation of up and down like that I can't do. But I can use my heel to shift down. Although if that rod's on there, I don't think I could. Oop. Hang on, I'll be right back. CT, if you're still here, next week I'm doing an IMP that LC and Germ sent me. It's this menu that I've never had before. Pub style pulled beef. Pub style. I don't know what that would be. Barbecue? Maybe not barbecue. Maybe like anti-barbecue. I don't know. Just maybe. I don't know what pub style is when it comes to Canada. I guess I wouldn't know what it would be down here either. I mean, I know what bar food is, but it's all deep fried down here mainly. What they call them? An adapter. You push pull or push front. Oh. Huh. Oh, yeah. So I could use my heel. So there's some kind of an adapter so it would pull up by hit, like it probably pivots. And you do this, you hit it with your heel back here to make it pull up. And then up here obviously would make it go down. Huh. I've never seen one of those before. I bet if I just searched motorcycle shifting adapter, motorcycle shifting adapter. Jockey shifter. That's what we're talking about. It was like a jockey shifter. The Harley Davidson brand one. Dynajet quick shifter kit. Don't know what that is. I'll bet you this is it. This looks like it would probably make it pivot. Woodcraft rear set GP shift conversion kit. Jockey. Ducati. Huh. I'll have to look into that and see if I can figure out what that is. Because that might be better than having to like take a hand off, especially your clutch hand. I don't know if I'd like that. How would you even do that? Huh. You gotta have the clutch in with your left hand and the shifter's on the left side, so you literally have to hold on with the clutch left hand and reach over with your right hand and shift up and down. Huh. Probably you could get used to it. I mean, like, yeah, it could be okay. Huh. Amber got something that I was going to use on the channel. Can't remember what. Alright, guys. I feel weird. I don't know what it is, but after that, eating that meal, it's like, huh. It's got me feeling odd. That's for sure. But I'm going to wrap it up. And I plan to see everybody next Saturday. And I will be doing the IMP that LC sent. I will be checking out the World War I Iron Ration book. I'm going to pick out some stuff out of the book to go over a little bit. Maybe show you guys some of the cool stuff that's in there. And, oh yeah. And have one of these smokes that Germs sent. I don't know what year these Pall Malls are, but pre-72, I'm sure, because they're definitely MCI smokes. So, all right, folks. Thanks all you guys that I haven't seen in so long. So many familiar names that I hadn't seen in a long time. It was really cool to have you guys in here. Scott, thanks for the box yet again. The 2001s, almost 911s, are awesome. And they're in amazing condition based on everything that we've seen. I mean, I'm sure those are too. Not worthy of all those. I really appreciate it. But, yeah, I'm going to get this mess cleaned up. And, yeah, I thought those combos were going to be better. But I'll save them and snack on them later. But yeah, all right. Thanks my patrons. Thank you guys for hanging out. And I guess all I got left to do now is say thank you guys for watching. And I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Later.